Hi, everyone. I have a question for you. Have you ever blocked yourself from seeing a different outcome? I've been there. I love the brain. It's so interesting. I love to study the brain, but I also love to study the Bible. And it was interesting this week because in one of my coaching sessions, we were talking about the difference from focusing on the problem and believing there was no solution versus asking ourselves, well, if we really and truly know beyond a shadow of a doubt we couldn't have this that's way over here, what version of what we would like to have? Maybe it's something a little bit smaller, but what version might we be able to have? Is there a possibility of having something different than that would still bring us joy? And it was so interesting because after asking the question, their mind just started coming up with all kinds of ideas and thoughts. I've been there before. I remember when we were getting ready to go on the ocean, and I was thinking, could we even do this? I don't know. Is that even possible? As long as I had in my brain that I don't think this is possible, I wasn't able to see the possibilities of it. But when I began to ask myself, well, maybe it could be possible. What would that look like? Because I knew I didn't want something that looked like this because that felt like it would be too much. It would be too costly. We'd be gone too often. So, and when we decided that we were going to take a year to go on the ocean, I was like talking to my husband about these kinds of things. And then we instead of deciding to be gone for a whole year, then we decided we'll be gone, and every 4 to 6 weeks we'd come back and see the kids and grandbabies. It's like, oh, that feels better. And I was also recovering, and so I was thinking, I've been using these hyperbarics treatments. How could I do that? I would be able to do those kinds of things with it. So it was just interesting, those same kinds of concepts, how once we get into the possibility, then our brain opens up to other ideas. Well, this week in my devotion, the last 2 days when I go to devotion time and I just say, okay, God, what do you want to share with me today? Both times it was about miracles. Matthew 14, 13 through 21, the loaves and the fishes, the 5 loaves and fishes. And in John, the second chapter, and him turning the water into wine. And it was just really beautiful both days. The first day I was able to even minister to someone about that and how, God doesn't expect us to come with all the answers. He just wants us to bring his loaves and fishes, and he can create the miracles through us. And then I was thinking about in John, the second chapter, when I was reading through that, there's something beautiful about the fact that this was his first miracle, but it was also something, it was like his mom encouraged him to do. And I think about people in my life and how great that is. In one of the areas that I use for my formula for the masterpiece method, I talk a lot about your soul tribe. And your soul tribe can be family members, it can be friends, it can be people who are on your journey to encourage you, that are positive minded, that are, prayer warriors, that are those people who are beautiful people that God sent to do this life with. And I am grateful and thankful for all the people that God sent along the journeys, along the way. And just thinking about that, though, and how sometimes people see the possibilities in you. We know God sees the possibilities in you. Sometimes people see the possibilities in you before you even see the possibilities, which is one of the reasons why I love being a coach and helping people be that accountability partner, but also to help them, open up some of those things that are in their mind that have been stuck from beliefs and rewire those messes to remember the masterpiece they were always created to be. Because God wants so much great in your life. And if you would just give him those loaves and fishes, he's ready to create miracles through you. Be blessed and be a blessing. I'm Erica Elliott. Till next time.